As the first of Star Trek, The Next Generation's spin-off shows, several TNG characters crossed over into episodes of Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, with varying degrees of success. While DS9 was always at its best when standing on its own 2 feet, it's widely agreed that the show confidently hit its stride with the inclusion of TNG's Lieutenant Commander Worf, Michael Dorn, in Season 4. However, Worf was far from the only TNG character to appear in DS9 over the years, after Captain Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart, was tasked with briefing Commander Benjamin Sisko, Avery Brooks, on his new role in the DS9 pilot. Foreshadowing the 2010s age of the cinematic universe, there were multiple 1990s Star Trek crossovers, with various characters appearing across all 3 shows. Not every Star Trek, The Next Generation character performed as well as Worf did on Star Trek, Deep Space Nine. The gruff Klingon with the heart of gold fitted in beautifully with DS9's more serious, character-driven approach to Star Trek. In fact, Worf's character development on DS9 was often far superior to anything that had previously been seen in TNG. Unfortunately for some other TNG characters, however, they weren't as lucky when they came aboard Deep Space Nine. Star Trek, Deep Space Nine Season 1, Episode 3, Past Prologue, is a great episode that establishes the backstory of Major Kira Nerys, Nana Visitor, and introduces the fan-favorite character Aleem Garrick, Andrew J. Robinson. However, the appearance of the Duras sisters from Star Trek, The Next Generation distracts from the work that DS9 is doing to establish its own identity. As a TNG crossover, Past Prologue fails because Lursa, Barbara March, and Better, GWYNYTH Walsh, could be any arms dealers set on selling out Bajoran terrorist Tana Los, Jeffrey Nordling. The House of Duras made a more successful appearance on DS9 once their arch-nemesis Worf joined the cast. Star Trek, DS9, Season 1, Episode 7, Q-less, Q and Vash. Aired February 8, 1993. Star Trek, Deep Space Nine's only Q, John Delancey, episode is a major disappointment because it's too focused on continuing the story of the cosmic trickster's relationship with Picard's ex-lover, Vash, Jennifer Hetrick. In the Star Trek, The Next Generation episode, Cupid, the trickster promised that he'd look after Vash while they adventured around the cosmos together. DS9 revealed Q broke his promise to Picard, however because Jean-Luc wasn't there to find out, this revelation lacked impact. There was certainly the possibility for a great Q crossover episode, given DS9's treatment of faith, religion, and cosmic gods, but sadly, Q-less falls short. Star Trek, DS9 Season 3, Episode 10, Fascination, Waxana Troi. Aired November 28, 1994. Of the 3 Star Trek, Deep Space Nine episodes to feature the character of Waxana Troi, Majel Barrett, Fascination, is the weakest. It plays up Waxana's more annoying traits long after viewers have got to know her more sensitive and empathetic side. Worse still, Waxana's Xanthi fever causes the crew of DS9 to succumb to their repressed passions for each other. This means that there are various comedy odd couples that don't seem as funny to an audience as they clearly were to the writers and the actors. However, it is lifted by some assured direction from Avery Brooks, and a genuinely heartfelt exploration of the relationship between the O'Briens. Star Trek, DS9 Season 4, Episode 15, Sons of Moke, Ken. Aired February 12, 1996. Worf's brother Ken, Tony Todd, returned in the controversial Star Trek, Deep Space Nine episode, Sons of Moke. After Worf turned his back on the Klingon Empire, the House of Moke is ostracized by Chancellor Gowron, Robert Riley, forcing Ken to request that Worf kill him to restore his honor. The episode is controversial for the disappointing ending that Ken gets, having his mind erased and handed a whole new identity to escape the shame of being associated with the House of Moke. However, it's less finite than death, which is for the best, given that Worf was soon back in the Empire's good graces after unmasking the changeling infiltration of the Klingon Empire.